Greetings all, welcome back to Globbits Gaming Channel. Going to try and do a little bit of a review or a look at this thing. The M46 Patton. The simple reason is, that's before we go any further. Let's just have a look at the tank. It's a American Tier 9 medium. I'm starting to warm towards medium tank play. And this tank's one of those things that on paper, it's okay. But I've seen some really good battles and good performances from other people in this, and I just can't get on with it. I don't know why. It's got 1,700 hit points, a healthy stack of health. Let's just compare this to, let's say, a T54. Where's the T54? What's this thing got when it's fully upgraded? What's it got as standard? Yeah, it's slightly more than a stock T54. I mean, the stock T54 with a stock turret, it'll get a bit more health with the turret. It's fair to middling on health. It weighs 45 tons. It's not going to be a ramming machine, but, you know, hey-ho, it's alright. Reasonably good speed. Engine power's good. 820. Really good speed. Reasonably good traverse speed. Hull armour, yeah, we'll have a look at that in Tank Viewer in a minute. The gun, we'll come back to that. Turret traverse, really good, 40 degrees per second. One of the best view ranges, well, not the best view range, but close to the best view range you can get in the game. I mean, the top view range is 420 metres in the game. This has got 410, and it's a reasonably good radio. My personal consumable setup, there's the Bruce howling in the background. Hello, puppy. Alright, stop. Daddy's trying to make a video. Mummy's gone out. Go on, get on with you. Alright, it's got vents. Vert stab, if you can have a bit of vert stab, yeah, go for it. It's really good. Reduce your aiming circle, and a rammer. Standard set of consumables. My crew skills, I've got Sixth Sense and Mentor. Yeah, keep the hissing down at the back. I've taken Mentor. I just can't be asked to retrain it. I would do, but I can't be bothered. Dead-eyed Snapshot increases your accuracy when turning your turret, etc. etc. And Dead-eye just does more critical damage to people. Smooth riding, off-road driving. Situational awareness. People wonder why you stack things like situational awareness, things like recon on a tank with 410 meter view range. Well, the reason you do it is the enemy tanks have a camouflage rating. Obviously, the higher their camouflage rating, the more it negates your view range. So the more view range you can stack, the better. And one of the things I've learned about this is world of invisi tanks. You know, unless you can actually see them, they're not actually visible on your screen. So you can't. You've got the view range battle is more important, in my opinion, than the shooting battle. Because if you can't see them, you can't shoot them. So it's always good to stack view range and safe stowage and repairs on my loader. I mean, I might, on my second set of skills, after this, just stack repairs on these remaining three guys, because there's not really a lot of useful skills that the commander and the gunner can have after this, really. Yeah, and the gun then. Let's have a look at the gun. It's not great. It's okay. It's a Tier 9 medium, 5-6 rounds a minute. So on average, about one round every 7 or 8 seconds when you get crude and all that kind of stuff. 218 mils penetration. The standard ammo is not bad. I mean, it is a medium, so you're not supposed to be taking on heavy tanks from the front. So as far as a medium tank gun goes, that's adequate. 390 alpha damage, which is nice. It's the accuracy for me. This thing is not a sniper. 0.42 accuracy is garbage. Considering like some other tanks get. I think, what was it I was looking at? It was not the E50. There's another tank they get on average about 3.7. But the aiming time's pretty good. So it's a good medium gun. The only problem I had with this tank was the grind. Oh my word. Just let me put this into perspective. When you start off with this thing, right, you get nothing. Very little. You start off with a 90mm gun. I think, do you start with this one? No. Which one do you start off with? I think it was this one. Yeah, this one carries over from the Pershing. So you're basically banging around in a Tier 9. So you get this one. So you're banging around in Tier 9, Tier 10 games with this piece of shite here. A Pershing's gun. Now, the Pershing's gun and a Pershing's not that bad because it's a Pershing. But in a Patton, ugh. So you're having to grind your wealth away to try and get the 105 to start with. You don't need the turret. So I went straight for, basically because it's a medium tank, I went for manoeuvrability first. You need the tracks, then the engine, then the radio. I think the radio carries over. Yes, the radio does carry over. Radio carries over. Alright, so you need to get the engine, the tracks and the gun. And the gun, to get the gun, it's like 48,000 experience to get that. I think it was. I mean, don't quote me on that, but it's a hell of a chunk of experience to try and get that. It was a hellish grind. I got through so many premium shells, it was unbelievable. And then I get it fully upgraded, and I just can't get on with it. It just doesn't seem to work. I mean, I don't know if it's me. I mean, I've had some absolutely rock-star games in it. I just can't seem to win. Just to put it in perspective, let's go to my service record. Vehicles. Let's go for vehicle name. Where is it? M something Patton. Look at this. 44% win rate. 44. It's one of the lowest I've got. And my efficiency's not bad in it. I do okay in it, really. I mean, my average experience per battle. Sorry, average experience. Where's the average experience? Where is it? Does it do average experience? I don't know. This is garbage. Yeah, damage caused by any vehicle. Average score 1200. Damage received 1400. My average experience is 700. That's not bad at all. You know, let's put this into perspective. You know, it's high up there. It's in the top half, but I just can't seem to. All my other tanks at this half of the table have all got reasonably high win rates. It's just this thing. It sticks out like a witch's tit. You know, my T32 as well, but that was in when I was a little bit worse of a player. And my Centurion, don't even get to me on the Centurion. But I don't know. What am I doing wrong? That's the title of the video. What am I doing wrong? I'm going to show you some gameplay now. I'm not going to bother with the armour viewer, actually. I'm not going to bother with that. I can't be arsed. It's a medium tank. Armour's irrelevant. You can get some good bounces on the old turret, though, because of its sloping and its angling. It does do really well. Well, not really well, but it can do haul down. So I'll show you a couple of games as an example of what I'm doing wrong. Okay, then. What I've done in this particular video, I do the garage commentary and the video and the battle video in a different format. I basically film them separately, or record them, capture them separately. And what I've done is I've just changed the codec for the battle, so I'm going to see if it's a little bit less jerky than what we're actually used to, because I've noticed and had some comments that the videos can be quite jerky sometimes. Now, this game was played on Valentine's Day. Yes, I know, I'm a romantic, but I had already taken, like this before we were getting ready to go out, and we had a fantastic steak, myself and the missus, so it was really awesome. At a local restaurant. It's just opened, and they really did impress me. So I've got about 16 ounces of sirloin steak in my belly. At this point, she'd basically gone to bed. Well, we sort of like finished whatever we were doing in there, and I thought, you know what, I'll nip downstairs. I couldn't sleep, so I thought, you know what, I'll come down and play a few games. Now, this game, I played 3 games, lost all of them, and this game basically sent me into a frothing rage. I do have the habit sometimes of swearing or using what we call industrial or colourful language while playing games, but this game sent me into an absolute stroke-inducing, frothing rage. Just look at what's happening. Let's just pause it there. Let's look at the team deployment. Now, we've got a T-34, T-32 and an IS-3. This is a Tier 9 game, so 3 Tier 8 heavies are going down to the valley. Just 3. Just 3. There's some sort of shenanigans going on down at the base involving the artillery and the ELC, but he turns blue later. 25 AT, our only tank destroyer is taking up a tank destroyer position. He's doing really well. Then everybody else has come with me. All of the Tier 9s have come with me, including an E75 and an IS-8, who unfortunately are orange players. Now, I don't really rate XVM as far as stats are concerned, because stats, from my opinion, they don't really mean anything. They do give you an idea of what kind of players you're against. I bounced a shot of the T-34's gunmanlet there. But these guys live up to their stats, that's all I'm going to say. They live up to their stats. For somehow, we've got a KV-1 in the game as well. I don't know how. And I really don't care. I think it's a fail platoon. Yeah, it's a fail platoon. A KV-1 platoon with the ELC AMX. He's got himself in a Tier 9 game. And the ELC AMX thinks it's funny to basically, you know, be a dick. Gonna put plenty of pressure on that T-44 there. Did 879 damage to him. And he's got friends as well. Now these guys, only thing you can see is my turret. So they're shooting at my turret. And that T-44 there, to his credit, you know, hits me in the actual commander's hatch. So that's really, really good of him. You know, good shot from him. These two are in a world of pain because I've been joined by 3 heavies. Now, 2 medium tanks, now 1 medium tank and there's 3 heavy tanks there, and they're still sitting at the back and basically doing corner fighting. I don't know why, but anyway. So the T-34-3 says follow me, so I assume he knows what he's got a plan of some description. So I think, okay, why not? I'm sitting here, you know, duking it out on a ridge with a 1390. But I can't give my ass to him. I can't let him get behind me, because if he reloads his clip, he can basically completely ruin my tank in one clip. So I've got to be careful. I need to take him out before we move on. So aim and take him out. And he hits me just before he dies. But I managed to do all the damage to him. I did 1100 damage to him. I took him out myself. So happy days there. Now what have we got here? A KV-4 and a T-44. Now this is medium tank territory. This north of the map, in my personal opinion, you might disagree with it, but this is where the medium tanks got to duke it out. The heavy tanks go south. Now look what's happened down the south. They've basically been steamrollers. You know, an E75's turned up, a 4502B, which is a really strong side-scraping tank. You know, all their big stuff has stayed together. Their IS-8's on 4 kills. You know, and he's a yellow player, and he's on 4 kills. They basically just absolutely ran roughshod over those guys. Now, KV-4's hatch is not a weak point. Don't care what anyone says. Now, I didn't notice this Tiger until just now. And that T-34-3 driver's now telling me to go back. I was like, well, I'm here because of you, dude, so I'm going to stick around. You know, you've got me in this mess. It's another fine mess you've got me into. And I've just... the writing's on the wall now. We're losing 4-7. We've lost the south completely. And yet our illustrious heavy tanks are still sat on this side of this hill here. They've got a T-44, a KV-4, and an AMX-12T. That's it. If they just got their asses in gear, grew a set of balls, and just drove forward instead of sitting at the back sniping in bloody Russian tanks. Anyway, we digress. Sorry, I'm bringing back experiences of the rage. I was so angry at this game. I really was, because in my opinion I'm doing quite well. That Tiger 2 is reasonably well angled. Bear in mind, he's a stock Tiger 2. That guy's stock. Okay, he's got the 80mm gun and he's got the stock turret. That's why I should have probably aimed for the turret, but I was too busy trying not to die. Now the IS-3's just basically tried to circle the Tiger and giving his arse to the rest of the enemy team, you know, with his ultra high levels of map awareness. And the 34-3's just died. So I'm basically holding this ridge on my own. Now the E75's come to back me up, which is good. Ramontal there. Yep, managed to dodge his shot. I know I'll reload before him. I checked behind me just to see what's going on. IS-3's just died. Tiger 2's just killed him. And the E75 goes down to try and take him out, which, to be honest with you, it's about the only useful thing he's done all game. Oh, get shots into these boys to try and keep the pressure off the E75. The E75 is literally just getting fucking taken apart. He's getting absolutely annihilated. And the stock Tiger 2 takes him out. Now, I right-click aimed the Ramontal there, just drove around the corner and just shot him the best I could. I couldn't take any chances. I'm on 4 kills, nearly 5,000 damage. I couldn't believe what was going on here. Now, that was a mistake. I went too far out there and they took 2 shots at me before I managed to do anything. I need to reduce the amount of guns that are on me, so I'll take out the T-44 first. It just leaves me with the KV-4. We're losing 13-6. You know, the writing's on the wall. So my idea now is to try and do as much damage and get as many kills as I can. You know, try and improve my my stats, as it were. You know, try and get as much out of a loss as I can. Managed to take out the Tiger 2. Called himself Gangrel, which is a race of vampires in Vampire the Masquerade. Gangrels. And basically this is it. And apparently 218mm of penetration is not enough to penetrate the back of an E75. I just can't wait to get that tank. I really can't wait to get it. I make a stupid shot there. Miles nowhere near accurate enough. The 12T's got behind me. The Ramontal's basically following me, telling me I'm a looker. And I just turned to bollocks, basically. Now, let's go back to the garage. Back to the garage. In fact, we won't go back to the garage. I decided to upload this to worldoftanksreplays.com just to show you and trying to highlight to you how bad that game really was. There you go. I actually got more base experience than anybody on the enemy team. That's how bad that replay was. That's how bad that defeat was. And that is pretty much the theme of every single game I have in the pattern. I have to really pull something pretty spectacular out my arse to win games in that thing. I really do. I mean, 29 shots fired, 24 hits, 18 pens for 5,000 damage. I've received 15 hits with a potential damage to 3,600. I had enough hits to kill me twice over. I'm so despondent. I'm getting to the point where I want to sell it. I really am. I'm just thinking, I'll sell it. I'll save the money for a T54 when I unlock it. You know, I just can't seem to get on with it. I mean, if anybody else have experiences with this kind of vehicle, you know, not necessarily the pattern, but does anyone else have a little trump card in their garage that whatever they go into it, they're just going to lose? I don't know. So, I'll do it on this screen. I'm not going to bother going back to the garage. In summary, I don't know what I've got to do next. I don't know what I've got to do to try and get a better win ratio in this tank. The clan's going really, really well. The guys are awesome so far. We've had some good games, we've had some platoons. We've got about 25 members. If you want to join, it's not a problem. There's no requirements at all, apart from the fact you're not an idiot. I do not tolerate idiots. I have a massive, massive, massive allergy to idiots. We haven't got any so far, which is all good. There is no requirement for tiers of tanks or anything like that. The only thing I ask is that you have a basic understanding of English. If it's not your first language, that's not a problem at all. We can figure most things around it. Yeah, it's just a giggle clan. I'm not going to do anything too serious in it. I've had some guys in the clan wanting to do team battles and things, and we will look into doing that once I've got a little bit more stable base at home. Simple reason is I'm still on the dining room table. My man cave, my desk for my man cave still hasn't arrived. It's nearly 3 weeks since I ordered it now. I'm going to get it onto them on Tuesday because that's the 3-week point. And hopefully get the man cave sorted out. So I'm having to do these recordings as and when I can, which is why I haven't had as many videos out for you. I'm going to put a link in the description below of the clan website, sorry, the clan application page. And also, we have a TeamSpeak server. Massive, massive, massive shout out to Phoenix25 here. He's a member of the clan. He's basically given us our own TeamSpeak channel. I'm going to put a link to the TeamSpeak thing. It's a public server, so don't take the piss. I'll put a link in the description below, and I will give out the password to clan members only. So if you want to join the TeamSpeak, that's not a problem. Just whisper me in game or any of the guys in game, and we'll get the password to you. So the pattern. What have I got to do? Suggestions in the comment section below, because I've run out of ideas. I'm going to give it another couple of weeks. I'm just going to sell the freaking thing. Take care of yourselves, guys. Bye now.